Started this off with a little, me and David was going to do something, and this turned into a men's Bible study.
Yeah.
And I'm really
like
enjoying it, and I appreciate you, Don, for coming and
Yep.
Yeah,
being part of
I've
this.
enjoyed it, and I appreciate y'all inviting me.
I really do.
Yes, sir.
All right, David, what we talking about tonight?
Well, here in National Geographic, I mean, he says that no human being has ever seen a live dinosaur. Does he know that, or does he think that?
He thinks that.
He thinks that. In order for him to know such a thing, he would have had to talk to everybody that has ever lived.
Pretty much.
So why did people carve dinosaurs on rocks, pictures, on fabrics? The evidence is uncanny. Go ahead, Don.
On May 13, 1572, Italian scientist Ulysses Aldrovandus obtained the dead body of a dragon that a farmer had recently killed and had it mounted for a museum display. Its description was just like I don't know how you
Tenestifies.
Okay. Tenesticyros.
Yep.
Tenestifies.
So-
Or tenestrophies.
New word of the night.
And there's a picture of what he would have
An
looked like.
ancient crocodile right there.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, do y'all know why so many Italians are named Tony?
When was that?
To New York.
To New York.
Boo.
If nobody's seen one, why are there pictures of these so-called dragons on artifacts? And many people, I googled this morning, many people have like this, they sculpted things like out of
Yeah.
bone marrow, elephant tusks.
In a place called Black Dragon Wash, and the pictograph has been outlined in chalk so you can see it better. Okay? It looks like a pterodon. What else? Why would someone draw something that looks like that if it had not made such a tremendous impression on their mind?
There it is again. It's just,
That baby would have made an impression on me.
oh yeah, they're still seeing them. Roman artifacts found with, again, carvings of what looks to be like the long-necked dinosaur.
Roman artifacts in Arizona in 1925.
1925.
Yep. And Columbus was not the first person to discover the United States.
Yeah.
Across the ocean. Many people crossed the Atlantic before Columbus. Brandon the Navigator came from Ireland to America in 580, and he found artifacts. It's uncanny. Roman-style lead artifacts near Tucson, Arizona in 1924. There's an actual picture of it.
Steam gas-powered ships replaced wind-powered ships. The great age of sailing ships, 1500 to 1900. Columbus in 1492 sailed the ocean blue.
And he saw, or could have seen, dragons.
Long-necked monster.
Yep. Some people say it's the Leviathan, but that's another story for another day that we will cover eventually. Cultures that support the science that there are dinosaurs still living today. Well, back then. Who knows? Maybe today. This picture was taken in 1974 of a sea monster. You know anything, Don?
To Greenland.
Interesting.
Very, I love it. Go ahead, Mr. Haywood. Or
As for other sea monsters, none of them have been seen by us or any of our time that I ever could hear, save the most dreadful monster that showed itself upon the surface of the water in the year 1734 off our new colony in 64 degrees. This monster was of so huge a size that coming out of the water, its head reached as high as the mast head. Its body was as bulky as a ship and 3 or 4 times as long.
Let's
Now,
suppose that they were making it all up.
okay.
Why not do a 80-foot goldfish or something like that? You know, I mean, it's all there. Go ahead, somebody.
Go ahead now.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm reading about this, a long-pointed snout, but it's spouted like a whalefish. And I understand what they're saying. It's like a whale that has a water spout to blow the water out.
Yeah.
Body seemed covered in shell work. That means it had a scaly skin, rugged and uneven. Part of the body was shaped like a huge serpent, like a snake. And it dived under the water. It plunged backward into the sea, and so raised its tail aloft, which seemed a whole ship's length, distant from the bulkiest part of its body.
It was a fish story.
It's a whalefish. Sea monster sighting in Natural History of Norway by Bishop Eric. I'm not even going to try that last name. But in 1755.
Yep. And like you said, most of them are hoaxes. But this guy found a 60-foot sea monster seen by Captain Peter McQuay and crew of HMS Daedalus in August 1884.
So this is a British ship. Her Majesty's Service Daedalus.
In the 1850s, the whaling ship of Monogalia out of New Bedford killed a 103-foot sea monster. That's a big
pretty
guy.
good size. That's almost twice as large as what the captain of the Daedalus saw.
In the Pacific Ocean, the sailors said it had 2 blowholes, 4 swim fins, an alligator-like head, and 94 very sharp teeth.
So even brought some barrels of sea serpent oil before sailing home to tell the story. So why didn't they bring it home with them, other than the oil? Kind of big.
So this ship sailed on in search of whales and was never heard from again.
It was on 26 April 1907 by Chief Officer of Campania that Arthur Henry Ralston sighted off the Irish coast near Cork a long-necked object which he sketched as it moved, turning its head from side to side. Rostron stated at the time that what he saw and sketched was a sea serpent.
Very fascinating.
So can we talk about the ocean here a little bit? Because all these things have been seen in the ocean, in salt water. 97% of the Earth's water is in our oceans.
Yeah.
And 70% of the surface of the entire planet is ocean.
Yes.
The imaginative young officer may have been, it did not interfere with his progress on the company's surface. This shows that those who report sea-sighting monsters risk being considered crazy.
These guys saw a gigantic sea creature. Looks kind of like a cross between a crocodile and a something or other. 60 feet long.
Okay.
60
So this U-boat captain observed this.
In 1915.
And y'all might have heard of this little thing called the Kraken.
Yep,
The Kraken.
absolutely.
So let's talk about that. There are big octopuses.
Yeah, very, very large.
The legendary giant octopus. Now, listen carefully. This is very. If you follow these instructions, you can make a lot of money. This whale was killed near Seattle, Washington, and had 150-foot octopus arm in its stomach. Now, Did you know that if you are on a cruise ship,
Okay.
or if you're fishing in the ocean, Panama City,
Okay.
or somewhere, and you find a little blob, peeped up octopus, you're
Okay.
sure to get it.
Because it's that stuff.
You'll make a fortune. And you know what they make it out of?
Make perfumes.
They make perfume. So
It smell good.
smell good. Giant squid. In 1966, off of Newfoundland, U.S. Navy oceanograph research vessel San Pablo observed an encounter between a giant squid and a sperm whale.
I want to know which one won the day. These guys right here. This is a Navy oceanographic research vessel, not some drunks
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
on
On a
a
weekend
ship.
cruise.
Okay, an Norwegian cruise.
Yeah. Here's a replica in the Peabody Museum. Octopus. Octopuses, along with kangaroos and reptiles, they grow all their life. You know, it's just a biological fact that they don't stop growing. The giant squid was captured in Thimble in Newfoundland, November 2nd, 1878. If all of this about dinosaurs living with man, people always seeing them, are dinosaurs mentioned in the Bible?
Absolutely.
Well, let's see what we got here. If you get the book of Job, it was a perfect and upright man. He feared God and eschewed evil. He hated evil. 7 sons and 3 daughters. He had thousands of sheep.
7,000 sheep.
That's a lot of sheep.
3,000 camels. He was
The point.
very, very
Very
wealthy.
rich, yeah.
Very rich. Yep.
Yep, Donald Trump couldn't hold a key to that.
No, Job was probably rich shortly after the flood because he was living 10 more kids, 10 grown kids, get them killed off, and have 10 more kids, and you know you have to live at great lengths to accomplish that. Yeah.
Tough times. There came a messenger unto Job and said, the oxen were plowing, and the asses or donkeys feeding beside them, and the Sabines fell upon them and took them away. Yea, they have slain the servants or the farmhands with the edge of the sword, and I only am escaped alone to tell thee. The fire of God is fallen from heaven and hath burned up the sheep and the servants and consumed them, and I escaped alone to tell thee. And while he was yet speaking, there came another and said, the Chaldeans made out 3 bands and fell upon the camels and have carried them away. This is like somebody just hacked into your bank account and wiped it out. Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they were all dead. Then Job arose and rent his mantle. In other words, he got up and he ripped his clothes, his sign in their culture of pain and anguish, and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped and said, now the first thing he did was he showed his pain.
Yep.
He just lost 10 kids and all of
Lost
his wealth.
everything.
And he fell and worshipped. And he said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
Yep. Right.
Then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thy integrity? Do you still love God? Are you crazy? Curse God and die.
Yep. His own wife turned against him. Well, Here's a verse that you probably have never heard a sermon on. Nevertheless, let every one out of you in particular so love his wife, even as himself, and the wife see that she reverences her husband. So, but he said unto her, Thou speakest of one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? In this Job, again, did not sin with his lips. Later on, Job's 4 friends came to visit him. You know, they had to be Baptist the way I had it figured.
Mm-hmm.
So you got Bildad the Shuhite. That's pretty short, isn't it?
Yeah.
The shortest man mentioned in the Bible. Bildad the Shuhite.
That's right.
So they pretty much go accusing him. Then Eliphaz the Temanite answered and said, If we essay to commune with thee, wilt thou be grieved? But who can withhold him from speaking? Remember, I pray thee, who perished being innocent. Elliot,
Yeah.
you have kidney stones, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I cannot come to your hospital room and say, Hey, Don, these aren't kidney stones. These are tithes and offerings. We can't do that. You know?
I will say, I will give them all up to the Lord.
Every one of them.
But Job had a very rough couple months. And finally, Job finally said, Why is this happening to me? You don't have to live that long on this earth to finally ask yourself that same question. Why is this happening to me? But you see, Job didn't know about this verse. We all know that all things work together for good. I have a question. Have y'all ever been hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Let's say after this session, I give you a cup of flour.
If you give me a cup of flour and either some water or milk, I can make a pancake.
That's right.
Okay.
I can do it.
How about a tablespoon of salt? That would be delicious, wouldn't it?
You'd be wonderful.
How about a tablespoon of baking soda?
If you know what to do with it.
And
How about
Crisco? I like Crisco.
Yeah.
You're probably getting a little bit dry now, so how about a cup of buttermilk?
Absolutely.
Absolutely no.
I like buttermilk.
I don't.
I like it.
Okay?
But
I do like it too. And
How-
I do like a biscuit.
how
yeah.
about we mix them all up and make biscuits?
And yeah, that's exactly what we get. Isn't it?
Did you know that the individual ingredients of biscuits taste lousy?
Yeah.
But all things
Work together
work
for good.
together for good. And to them that love God, to them that are called according to his purpose. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately humble and kind and nice
No,
and
it's
sweet.
wicked.
Oh, it's wicked. Yeah, that's what it says. Then the Lord answered Job out of a whirlwind. Now, if a tornado starts talking to me, I'm going to pay attention.
Got my attention.
Absolutely.
Who is this that darkens counsel by words without knowledge? Be careful getting any kind of Bible doctrine from the book of Job. And also, his friends didn't know what they were talking about either.
They didn't either. None of them
No.
understood. Gird up now thy loins like a man. Put your big boy panties on. I will demand of thee and answer thou me. You answer me, Job. Don't you answer me a question. You answer me.
I like that. I didn't think about it like that. That's good.
Put on your big boy panties
Now,
and you tell me, don't you ask me, you answer me.
Where
I'm
was
the boss.
Where was thou? I love this. When I laid the foundations of the earth. That is fascinating. The Lord searcheth all hearts and understands the imagination of the thoughts, and he loves you anyway.
The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man, that they are vanity. What does that mean? That they are all about myself.
So the point of it is that he knows what you're going through. He's already thought about it.
Yeah.
He invented it pretty much.
Yeah.
But he invented us. Think about this, guys. But Jesus, knowing his thoughts, could you imagine Jesus as a kid playing hide and seek?
It'd be a short game, wouldn't it?
I tell you, I used to play hide and seek at Meadowbrook. Man, I know that place as well as the back of my hand. And,
Yeah.
you walk-ins, they don't. Some of them are new. I don't know where to go, and it's fun to do. So
Yeah.
I get where this is coming from. So back to Job chapter 38. Declare if thou hast understanding. Who hath weighed the measures thereof, if thou knowest? As thou, I love this, entered into the springs of the sea. They are, science is slowly catching up to the Bible. Just discovered 1977. Where is the way that light dwelleth? Now I love that. Did you know that light moves?
Absolutely. Speed of light.
And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? Darkness cannot move.
Correct.
Let's say that you're in a cave, or all three of us. We've decided to go into some cave somewhere. Imagine it being completely dark. Guess what? That darkness is gone.
Yeah.
That darkness is out of there. Now we turn that light off, or if your phone dies, you're just on your own. God is asking Job question after question after question that are never answered.
Yeah. You don't have an answer.
You don't have an answer. You are the children of light. So if Don,
Oh,
you might
Gotta
say,
ask this question.
you might say, well, David, the world is so dark. I don't know what to do. Well, you're the light. Turn on the light. Duh. And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. By the way, did you know? Gates don't attack people. We attack them. By what way is the light parted which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? Now, is the Bible saying that the sun light creates the wind patterns?
Well, it certainly does.
Absolutely. Canst thou send lightnings? I can't count how many people are lucky that I cannot send the lightnings.
Yeah.
People frustrate me to no end.
Who was the prophet
Zappa,
that brought
baby.
down fire?
Baby.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Canst thou send lightnings that they may go and say unto thee, here we are? Is this saying that there are radio waves? TV, radio, phone call? God is asking Job 84 consecutive questions that really don't need answering. Behold now Behemoth, which I have made with thee. Now, what the heck is Behemoth? Well, he could behold it. Some people say that the Behemoth was the hippo or an elephant. But, obviously, and context is key, that the Behemoth is the long-necked dinosaur. You got the apatosaur, the brachiosaur, the Centaur, the big seat, the Brontosaur. Just be sure to talk to her a little bit slow, okay? He eateth grass as an ox. Well, okay. Lo, now the strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. That's his belly button.
Center of gravity.
Now people say that it might be an elephant because elephants have a big belly. Hippopotamus have a big belly. Brachiosaurus had a big belly. He has a big belly.
Mm-hmm. I got a big belly.
So does he.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
He moved his tail.
Go ahead.
He moveth his tail like a cedar. The sinews of his stones are wrapped together.
Have you ever seen an elephant's tail?
That's a ham right there.
That's not like a cedar tree.
No.
What do you say, Don Elliott?
I agree.
Or a hippo's tail. Maybe a little bit longer. Not like a cedar tree either. Yep. What do you think about this, Don Elliott? Check this out.
No.
They say that the behemoth is possibly the elephant or the hippo. If your Bible has footnotes, people should be required to at least read the text at least one time. His bones are as strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. This guy is impressive. This is a Brachiosaurus toe bone.
Yeah.
This is a Brachiosaurus leg. Now, okay, Don, do y'all know why Brachiosaurus, for example, had a big toe?
Because it walked on its two legs.
Yeah, but why did he have big toes? Because he had a big foot.
Yeah.
Why did Brachiosaurus have a big foot?
Why did he have a big foot?
Because he had a big leg. You got little Johnny taking a bath in a dinosaur footprint. And he had a big leg to support his big body. These guys are impressive creatures. 100 tons, equivalent to 14 school buses. This is a big guy. So, hey, Don, now this is important. What do you think if Brachiosaurus comes up to you and just walking around and he sees you and he steps on you? You'll be deeply impressed by him.
Yeah, okay.
Being a cartoon.
Now, I cannot take credit for this. Dr. Hovind has invented something that could put me out of work. And he would be the richest man on planet Earth.
Okay.
A shovel that stands up on his own. Yep.
Yeah.
Don't publish that, Kent. I need my job.
Don't need people holding them up.
Yep. The behemoth is the chief of all the ways of God. He that made him can make his sword approach unto him. Now, chief comes from the word sheath, thank you, which means
principal thing. Huh?
beginning, chief, principal, or thing. So he is a chief. Now, how big is your God? This is important.
Yeah, it is.
This is a very important thing. Is God big enough to tell you what to do and you'll do it? It's very hard. What do you think
Without question.
What do you think about clothes, hair, speech? What do you watch on TV? What music you listen to? All of these points have very key things. Speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing, making a melody into your heart to the Lord. So God created man in his own image. How does that make you feel, Don? We're made in the image of God. That should make...
And he made them in two types, male and female.
Yep.
Created he them.
And it was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, okay?
Okay.
It is good for a man not to touch a woman. It's something that we all, I've noticed even as Christians, we're still looking for the precious life, even though we have it.
We
Do you know why?
desire.
Do you know why?
Because we are sinful people.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, but it goes more further than that.
Yeah, of course it is.
To read the book, do what it says, and your life will fall into place. But the thing is, we haven't learned how to trust Him.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at all of these women, they're, get married and get divorced, And like this one, 55 Hours, Britney Spears and Jason.
Was married for 55 hours.
Yep. Because
I understand this.
Because they are searching for the precious life. Genesis chapter 1:21, and God created the whales and every living creature. That would include dinosaurs.
Yes.
The thing about it is, Satan could not fool Adam and Eve. Satan couldn't come to Adam and say, "Hey, Adam, look at that Brachiosaurus. He lived 84 million years ago."
Yes.
However, Satan could not fool Noah because Noah brought all the animals on the ark. But finally, Satan got an idea 4,000 years that dinosaurs lived millions of years ago.
Yep.
And your kids, me. Watch out, Don. No, you're fine.
There was,
You can get books. You can get DVD series like this, which I think you've seen this before. Former evolutionists, yes, yeah, I know. And this covers everything from the Big Bang all the way to everything.
let me see it.
Oh, I don't know what he was doing. And I grew up on that. I grew up on that stuff. But guess what? The first thing out of their mouth and out of this book was the first words. Millions of years ago, dinosaurs lived. How many kids are being taught this in Oxford, Alabama?
All of them.
Thank you. At our expense. Dinosaurs lived millions of years ago. I can read about prehistoric animals. They're being indoctrinated.
When you read that word, I can read about what? The one word.
Prehistoric animals.
Prehistoric. Okay?
Yeah.
Before
Before
history was written. And yet I find history written about them, though they are not prehistoric. How about
They're
I
historic.
can read about potentially extinct animals?
For sure.
Because there still could be some somewhere.
Oh, yeah. When did dinosaurs live? And he said immediately. All of them said millions of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And his point of it is, hold on a second. These kids are barely in first grade. They can't read. They're already indoctrinated by evolution.
Yes.
Museums are full of, beautiful
Skeletons.
skeletons of the actual animal, but they're being indoctrinated by the evolution theory. Back to Job. He lieth under the shady trees in the covert of the reed and fens, i.e. the swamp. Now, this is Africa, correct?
Yes.
Right? This is America compared to Africa.
Yes.
Well, back in the Congo swamp, there is 55 square miles.
It's about 55,000 square miles. That covers most of the east coast of the United States.
Right, but the thing about that is, it's not explored, Don.
I know.
Don.
Well, you go down there in Florida, they do not know everything
Dude.
that's in the Everglades.
That's right.
80% is unexplored.
Yeah.
Eugene
So
Thomas.
how can you write something saying man has never seen dinosaurs when all that is unexplored?
However, dinosaurs are mentioned in the Bible, right?
Yep.
We've established that. Not only are they mentioned in the Bible, they might be so alike. Well, let's talk about that. This is interesting. This is great. 43-year veteran missionary Eugene Thomas had 2 pygmies in his mission in Congo, Africa, that claimed to have killed Mowgli Mbembe. Now, what the heck is Mowgli Mbembe? They draw a picture of a long-necked dinosaur. That's what they say. Well, that's what they say it is.
So what is it? It's a water-dwelling entity that lives in the Congo River Basin.
Yep. Dinosaurs mentioned as dragons all through history. Could be some small ones still alive today in the Congo swamp.
Actually, there could be some big ones still alive today in the swamp.
Well, dinosaurs. Okay, let's talk about something. When me and Jason had this touch on this very, very briefly. We were talking about aliens one night, and then we got on the topic of dinosaurs. Like, okay, Jason, you have seen a UFO. Yes, I have seen a UFO. Clear as day, right there. Bam. Saw it in an instant. It's gone. I saw a UFO, David. Okay. Well, what about all the people that have seen in Africa that have seen dinosaurs? And then I asked him the simple question: well, have you ever taken a picture of a car wreck? He said, well, that'd be kind of easy to do if you had a dash camera. But I didn't have a dash camera on my head, you know. And they don't have dash cameras in the Congo swamp either. But there are inscriptions of Mowgli Mbembe on propaganda in their culture. Monterey, California, 1925. Now some folks say, again, just like what you said earlier, many of these could be a hoax, but
And I used to live in Monterey, and I actually heard about that.
yes,
Uh,
shipwrecked sea monsters. Big guy,
yeah.
big guy, 20-foot long neck. And here's some prehistoric animals.
In 1989.
That it could have been Carnosaur, the Plesiosaur, the Elasmosaur.
And that's why I say potentially extinct.
Absolutely.
Some of them probably are,
Oh, absolutely.
but not all of them are.